You know, it's rare that I read a book and I go, oh, this could be an instant classic. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always guys, I'm Andrew. Today I've got another book review for you, but before we get into that book review, make sure you're liking and subscribing so you can get regular updates for when I put out new content, because I drop it twice a week! And that said guys, this is another self-pub indie book review, and guys, like, this is one that I'm really excited to talk about, because it was just so incredibly special. And before we get into that, I kind of want to do a quick unboxing here for you. Because this author is local to me and decided to leave a nice little care package to the wizard at my house. So let's go ahead and get this on open, because why not? If it's to the wizard has to open the box. So let's get it open. All right. And just rip that paper right off. Ah! And it's in an RC box because, frankly, this book raced straight into my heart. Alright, let's see what's going on with this box. So, we have got a nice paperback from the author himself. So, thank you so much, A.R. Essentially, guys, this is The Legend of Black Jack by A.R. Witham. And guys, this one is something incredible, because this is a YA portal fantasy. Now, before you go anywhere, I know I said the words YA. Andrew, you don't read a lot of YA. Well, guys, I think that this is YA in the way that The Wizard of Earthsea or The Never-Ending Story is YA. This does not have a lot of those modern YA tropes that, tend to turn off a lot of epic fantasy readers. This is a timeless fantasy. This is something that appeals to all ages, and I can liken this to Never-Ending Story, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Page Master. Anybody remember that old Macaulay Culkin movie with Christopher Lloyd acting as this crazy librarian? Yeah, that's the vibes that I get kind of from this story. It is a portal fantasy where basically we take a young man by the name of Jack Swift, and basically he's living his life. His dad's an archaeologist, and, he's very renowned in his field, and then suddenly on a dig, his father goes missing. And what is young Jack going to do but get put in the system? And life is not treating Jack very well. And then all of a sudden, bam! Out of nowhere, this troll wizard rhino all of a sudden just nabs him and takes him through a portal, and he goes on this incredible adventure. And guys, I am going to go ahead and read the back of this book to you so you can get an idea of what this thing is about. Thrilling fantasy adventure debut from Emmy winner A.R. Witham. Jack Swift can tell you every element on the periodic table, recite Treasure Island verbatim, and would remember in perfect detail every word you'd ever say to him. He has been alone for a long time, so he has buried himself in books, using them to plan his escape. But no textbook could ever prepare him for the land of Keymark. At 3:33 a.m. on his 14th birthday, Jack is kidnapped by a hideous monster to another sphere of existence. Now there are 2 moons in the sky, and he is surrounded by grotesque creatures and magical warriors, training for battle. They want the impossible. Jack must use his ability to save a life or be trapped in this bizarre world with no chance of rescue. Jack doesn't have secret magic, a great destiny, or any experience. So why do they all expect him to become a legend? And guys, that is exactly what this book is about. Basically, Jack is picked up out of nowhere, taken off, and they expect him to do great things. Because Jack has an eidetic memory, so basically, like it mentions on the back of the book, he remembers everything. The problem is you would think, oh great, we're gonna have another guy, Gary Stu type character. No, Jack struggles throughout the story to make friends, to kind of reconcile his damaged feelings with the loss of his father. He kind of seeks new father figures. I got a very strong Page Master here vibe here, because it's quick adventures. You're never just sitting here in this story waiting for Jack to kind of, figure things out. I mean, Jack ends up with pirates. He ends up with knights. He ends up with wizards. He ends up sacking cities. He ends up in battles, all within this very short book. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about the physical copy of the book, and that's the reason I started this book review with an unboxing. There are 21 full illustrations in this book, and some of them are stunning. Actually, I would say most of them are absolutely gorgeous. Let me just find one here for you that comes to mind. Ah, yes, this is one. This is the one that comes to mind. Look at this. Look at this. In fact, I'm going to pop this right there. Now, this is really cool. Essentially, there are some like animated stuff with the art. This art is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, you know what? Here, have another one. Isn't that cool? This book and the production value on this is amazing. A.R. Witham pulled out all of the stops for his debut book. Essentially, he ended up even narrating the audiobook himself. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, initially I read this on audio and he killed it. Each character has their own voice. Each emotional moment has gravitas. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I instantly fell in love with this book. Everything that Jack has to do, like, imagine this scenario. Like, literally, you're 14 years old, you're ripped out of your life, and all of a sudden, you're being asked to perform surgery to save somebody's life. And the people who are asking you to do this don't quite understand that you don't know what you're doing. Like, this is something incredibly special. Literally, learning about how he becomes Blackjack, how he becomes this legend within the world of Keymark is just fantastic. Also, this is a fairly self-contained story. However, the author has left it open for a possible sequel. If this does perform well, he is more than willing to write more books. Guys, I have nothing but love for this story. This is an instant favorite for mine. I gave this 5 stars. The character work is awesome. The emotional work is awesome. The pacing is awesome. Everything about this book is awesome. Guys, I mean, you can just tell from my grin. Like, I'm really, really, really happy that I gave this one a shot. In fact, coming up here soon, I gotta nail down a date. I am hoping to do an author interview with A.R. Witham because, guys, I can't wait to just gush about this more and more and more. You are going to hear me refer to this book on a more regular basis because this is probably one of my new all-time favorite books. Like, you think of those books that become like an instant classic in your mind where you can always just look back on it and know that nostalgia's not really kicking in. The book really was that good. And like the story like pulled you in. This made me feel like I was 12 again, sitting down reading some of my favorite portal fantasies of all time. Like, there was nothing in there that I was like, oh, I didn't need these sex scenes, or oh, that was super graphic. But these battles are there. The stakes are there. You do lose characters. There are emotional stakes. I can't tell you enough how much I enjoyed this reading experience. That said, I'm just rambling at this point, telling you how much I loved The Legend of Blackjack by A.R. Witham. Please give this one a shot. I give you my seal of approval that this book is something special. And with 21 illustrations built into a debut book, the author doing his own audiobook, and just you're getting this epic portal fantasy. Please, this one is definitely worth checking out. That said, guys, let me know, what books have you read that have become instant classics within your mind? Because this one is one for me. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that Patreon if you want to support what I'm doing here. And as always, till next time, peace out, stay magical, bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.